what we were briefly talking about during the panel conversation was about, all right, is AI going to automate everything at some point? And the conversation we got into was that AI at the end of the day is a tool which is being trained by humans, right? At the end of the day, so AI can automate a lot of the day-to-day aspects and automate it at scale. But the conversation we were having was about how can we reflect, not about using the AI, but how can we ensure that the culture of the company, and not just the culture, the you know what does it take to be in an organization, purely from what attributes you need to have to be successful at the organization. How can we bring that into the experience of the candidate and ensure that candidates are self-selecting themselves through the process, right, where it makes sense, and also in some cases connecting to a company, because those conversations are now happening at scale. You can have the same conversations a recruiter has with a person, or hiring manager is having with a candidate, potentially at scale. So you can take your messages, you can take your conversations, you can which is clearly differentiating your company, and get it out there in front of people in a very, very meaningful manner, leveraging your artificial intelligence engines, and make it a conversation. It's not about kind of sending an email, or having someone come to your website and tell you whether they're interested in a particular job or not, but taking it beyond that and making it a conversation, and the opportunity to really bring that content into the conversation is where it makes perfect sense. We've been partnering with Google for a little while, but what we have done in the last few months is kind of really, made it more formal and more collaborative. So we basically have an opportunity now to work not just in a specific client instance, but really work across all our client bases and really leverage the power of Google's search, both on the candidate side and the recruiter side, to really drive all the matching conversations we were having today during the conference. What it does help us with is kind of providing the quality we are providing from a search experience perspective consistently to all our clients, right? And we talked a little bit today about how the searching when you're on Google is a little different from searching when you're on a career website of a client. We talk about, when you search for engineer, you might see analyst as an example, or when you're searching for vice president, you might see, ideally you might really be looking for a senior job, but you might end up seeing a job for a personal assistant to a vice president. And how do you really kind of take all that out and make it more contextual? And that's what Google has been doing really well. And what our partnership with Google now does is kind of bring that into the candidate experience and the recruiter experience for our clients.